but they still can never stop me.
The same frame, the same explosive power, the same aura of danger. But this isn't Gervonta Davis. This is Jursly Vargas, the newest diamond in Floyd Mayweather's collection. He hands out knockouts with the brutality of a street fighter and the precision of a jeweler. And the nickname Gorilla isn't just an image here, it's a warning. Today is the story of how a kid raised in brutal brawls is steadily evolving into a force you simply cannot prepare for. There's an unspoken rule in boxing. It's not the most technical fighter who survives. It's the one who refuses to back down. Jursly Vargas grew up in exactly that kind of environment. Born in Curaçao, he was forged in the Netherlands, in gyms where they don't explain things to you. They test you.
De school was niet echt iets voor mij.
Ja.
En toen ik 7, 8 was, had JC mij naar de gym gebracht, een neef van mij. En ik werd er gewoon verliefd op en sindsdien kon ik niet uit de gym, man.
It all started with kickboxing. They called him El Dominicano. Small, explosive. He would trade blows with guys noticeably bigger than him, and very quickly stopped being an easy target for them. He didn't just win, he dictated a pace that was impossible to adjust to, but at some point, that wasn't enough.
After I played kickboxing, did my thing, I wanted something different, and I went and did boxing.
There was no money, and it quickly became clear. Kickboxing was good experience, but it wasn't the way out. To change his family's life, he had to go where the stakes were higher.
Ik moest hard werken om wat te brengen, zeg maar.
In November 2022, El Dominicano puts everything on the line and makes his pro boxing debut, making a loud statement right out of the gate. One devastating knockout in Holland, and his life begins to change drastically. That knockout quickly went viral, reached ESPN, and caught the eye of a man who rarely makes mistakes.
En hij stuurde die video naar Floyd. En Floyd zei meteen van, ik ga hem tekenen. Waar is hij? Hij moet hier naartoe komen. En toen hij belde mij, ik geloof helemaal niks. Snap je? Ik geloof helemaal niks, bro.
From there, everything happens fast. 2 weeks, a phone call, 2 more, a contract, and almost immediately, a move to Las Vegas. But nobody was waiting for him with open arms at the Mayweather gym.
Snap je? Ik werd gewoon in de leeuw gegooid.
Ja.
Snap je? Maar je toch, ik vind altijd, ik ben built different.
Ja.
Alles. Maar nu is het mijn huis.
Right there it became clear. This isn't just a puncher. That's when the nickname started to stick. Gorilla. His power began to gain control. His aggression, precision. He started working with Carmel Moten, and Floyd began shaping them into a duo with big plans. Mayweather didn't rush. He was refining this weapon to perfection. His US debut started with a bang. In March 2024, he stepped into the ring against Derek Gates. Gates tried to keep his distance, but against Vargas, it's only a matter of time. Jursly closed the gap and exploded to the body. In August 2024, the Gorilla traveled to Mexico. He was matched against Brian Feliciano, a long-armed local fighter who was supposed to pick Jursly apart from the outside. It was a trap for Feliciano. The whole world expected Vargas to just march forward and walk into a counterpunch like a typical brawler. But the Gorilla showed them something unexpected: cold calculation. He didn't force it. He methodically cut off the ring, shifted angles, forced his opponent out of position, and gradually took control of the fight. Feliciano tried to keep his distance, but with every round, the ring got smaller. For the first time in his career, Vargas went into deep waters, and that's exactly where the lessons from the Mayweather gym showed up: patience, timing, and ring IQ. The result, a clean victory on the scorecards. And it was after this fight that the comparisons to Gervonta Davis stopped feeling like a coincidence.
Hopefully I can do like 4 or 5 this year. You know, that'll be good. That's on the schedule.
After the chess match in Mexico, many assumed Jursly had become cautious. But on November 30th, 2024, in Atlantic City, he quickly reminded everyone who he is. He faced Claudio Hernandez. Vargas spent the early round staying calm. He didn't rush. He pulled his opponent into his range, forcing him to open up more and more. And the moment the opening appeared, he didn't let it slip away. In the fourth round, Vargas suddenly shifted gears, cranked up the pressure, and in a matter of seconds, turned a controlled fight into a brutal finish. Just 35 seconds, and the fight was stopped. It wasn't just a finish, it was a reminder. Patience is only one part of his game. March 2025. The Benavidez versus Morel undercard. By round 4, Avelino Reyes' right eye was nearly shut. Jursly saw it, stepped to the blind side, left overhand. Heavy as a sledgehammer, the shot landed flush. This wasn't chaos. This was calculation. A finish built entirely on attention to detail. 6 months later, the gorilla traveled to Nigeria. He faced local fighter Toheeb Kahinda, but the bout quickly turned into a one-sided beating. 3 knockdowns in a single round, and the referee puts an end to the nightmare. After Vegas, Mexico, and the African heat, the circle was complete. On November 30th, 2025, Jursly Vargas returned home to the Netherlands. But he was no longer the kid who just wanted to be noticed. Waiting for him at the top sports centrum was Ukrainian fighter Rafael Melnik. Though waiting might be an overstatement. From the opening bell, it was clear. The pace was just too much for him. Jursly left him no space, no time to make decisions, taking control of the fight step by step. Melnick tried to answer back, but with every passing minute, it looked harder and harder. The climax came in the fourth round. First, a heavy right hand that broke his balance, followed by a combination that made any continuation unnecessary. The corner had already thrown in the towel, but Melnick collapsed before it even landed. By the spring of 2026, Jursly Vargas holds a flawless 7-0 record. He is no longer just a former kickboxer. He is a fighter where raw power is now matched with cold calculation. At the Mayweather Boxing Club, he trains side by side with Kermel Moton. Two different styles, one goal. If Moton is surgical precision, Vargas is pressure you can never take a break from. And that is exactly why they simply call him Gorilla. His kickboxing past gave him the durability and a pace that opponents simply can't keep up with. And now, the question isn't whether he looks like Gervonta Davis. The question is, can he go even further? What do you think? Can the Gorilla surpass Tank? Let me know in the comments. The storm is just beginning. And this storm already has a name: Gorilla.